the acclaimed singer, songwriter, performer, and recording artist. In 2022, he was nominated for his first Grammy Award for his album Royal. And today we journey with none other than Jesse Royal on the road to success. Jesse, welcome and thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule and being so patient through all those commercials.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I love the program and it's a very interesting and insightful one, and I'm honored to be on such a program. Big up yourself, Kishima. You know the thing, going.
Wow, thank you so much. And that means a lot to me coming from you. You're Team Global, so I truly appreciate it. Um, let's kickstart, with your foundation. Before moving to Kingston, I realized, through the research that you lived in the hills of Maroontown in St. James. Take us back to the early years of life growing up in rural Jamaica.
Early years of life is sometimes the days that I wish I could go back to. Just
Mm-hmm.
peaceful, fun was the priority. You know what I mean? I come from a farming family, so farming to me was never really a chore. Like me love farming. My father would tell it to this day. When I left high school, I go back. I mean, my mother sent me back because me did I get a little while, but I go back and a farming, I go deal with straight, cause like it's a very calming and meditative thing for me. The older I grow, I realize, and then the older I grow is the beauty when I realize what in it. So that's why I say sometimes I wish we could have go back to the days where, things was a little simpler,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And speaking of that and just how calming, like you associate farming with being calm and just the process of it and watching things grow and nurturing and all of that. But what were some of the values and principles that your parents instilled in you that still resonates with you today? Jesse Royal, the man.
Well, one of the principles that definitely still resonate with me today is that hard work pays off, as well as smart work. I mean, the older I got is me realize, you have to incorporate some smart work in it. But initially, hard work. My mother spoke 5 languages fluently.
Oh,
My
wow.
father is a very intriguing individual, very intelligent. Him can tell you about the 1300s off of the top of my head. You know, that level of
Wow.
history, book status, Um, and they always taught me, say, like, what you have, what is you intrinsically, what is you is what is you. The core of you. It's not the things where you have on, it's not the house where you live in. It's not all of them
Mm-hmm.
things because anybody you see with things, it is a product of who they are. Right? So you can't really watch the things. Is the man or the woman attain these things, right? And it takes a level of divinity to fulfill that type of work there. You know what I mean? So that's something what my father always reasoned me. Everything, anything is possible. But first you have to get the structure right because everything forward from that. Your brain have to up you can think about the idea. Then it's like what is a football? No matter how much money you think a baller I make, him understand the importance of keeping him body up. Cause him understand say that. The
Mm-hmm.
most intelligent people in the world still read. The most intelligent investors that them read them study, because it's them. You are the individuals making the decisions. So you kind of have to get your body sharp in one way. And then from my grandmother, I remember my grandmother used to always tell me, say, whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. So means I've never been somebody who do something halfway. If I go do it, I go do it to the best of my ability.
I think you are frozen there, Jesse. But if you can hear me, um, yes. So I think we are frozen with Jesse Royal. But if you're just joining us, we are on the road to success, and he was in the process of telling us about principles and certain values that not only his parents but his grandmother specifically instilled in him, things that still
$1 million is not
resonates with
valid
him
either.
today.
Yeah, it's not to
Okay.
say that the money not valid either, cause anybody who know Raya know say, we take money serious too, and poverty is not a badge of honor. You understand? Yeah, I don't know where this
Mm-hmm.
whole idea of being poor is lovely come from or whatever, but me not really adhere to that mentality. But different from that, as I said, those are a few of the lessons, as I said, what kind of still stand out
Resonate.
to this day. And I also just be kind and be loving. My mother was a very kind and loving person. And very, I don't know, and those words honestly don't even do her justice. She was very kind, very, 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 very loving, cared about people in a genuine way. And just growing up and seeing that and being a part of that is kind of why I move how I move today, where other people concerned.
And that explains a lot to us. Such with such awesome foundation, it's giving us some insights as it relates to why you are the way you are, which is pretty awesome. But here it is now, you are country living this life of just being natural and planting. What was it like when you moved to Kingston, and was it easy for you to adjust to the city life? How did that impact you as a child?
If I'm gonna be honest with you, as a youth, it's exciting. 'Cause remember,
Okay.
say country, country kind of different. It's like remember, say me never have whole heap of street light on our road because
Mm-hmm.
the house is up a place called Vansfield, right? My father house, and then we also used to have a next house in a Orange from my grandmother's side, right? But for Maroon Town, or there was up a Vansfield, there was not much street lights, the water situation, certain little thing. So coming to Kingston as a little youth, that exciting, man. And the little youth tell you so they never excited when they come out town. I lie them and tell. You see me, I said, say, that, this and that, and all of them little thing you go on, and then you have to make tie day at the store, and them little thing there. So, yeah, it's a joy.
Can you recall a moment during your time at Arden High School that is still significant to you to this day?
Mm. Uh, so one of my fondest memories of Arden had different from me being me, because anybody who got Arden, no way, right? The real way. Some rough youth. But one of my fondest memories actually before I think Hurricane Ivan did go on. So Stephen
Mm-hmm.
McGregor, right? Stephen was in a year below me, but I did my brethren same way. So me like
Mm-hmm.
actually, but at this time, me and make music, but not in the way that I want to share it with anybody. See, we
Okay.
make music for myself. And me and my brethren, them Daniel Bambata, who is Ziggy Marley's son. It was me and Daniel. We are make music from we like 10, 11, 12. Like me and Daniel used
Mm-hmm.
to sing Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers song in a rehearsal style, like round at the back of him yard, we lean up sledgehammer and broom, and we are the melody makers. But different from that, as me I say, one of the fondest memories is that we go around a Stephen yard, around a big shit, see? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and if I play something for me, then I remember saying to myself, what in the this youth here is a monster, isn't it? Because me, I said in my head, this no sound nothing like what they on the radio. And him play a tune one brother named Craig Dennis, bless him soul. And Craig Dennis tune
Mm-hmm.
and I say, yo, this is bad enough. But funnily enough, the rhythm one of the rhythm them one with that play for him was Red Bull and Guinness, right? And everybody
Oh.
knows how defining that rhythm was to dancehall. Big up Francis Salsa, why you name Frano, Francis Llewellyn, and me and him did there on Stephen Yard. And that to me was honestly one of the fondest memories, just to see how much Stephen has grown and how much I have grown and how much so many of us have grown. But I always say to myself, like, from the initial moment when me hear anything what this youth here do, it was next level, out of this world, like, and yeah, that was one of my fondest memories, I would say. in a high school, different from basketball and certain little other thing, and just a run hard in certain way, you know.
What do you mean when you say run hard in certain way? And how you don't mention football?
Yeah, alright, so football is a major love of mine, but as I'm saying, in a high school, a basketball made really star up, you know, who know me know say,
Oh
yeah
wow.
man, a little AI that,
Steph
you see me?
Curry. Yes,
But
yeah, thing.
yeah, yeah. No, Stephen Curry, them man ain't forward yet, brother. You see it? Them man ain't reach about yet. We are talking about like AI. I talk about like Jason Kidd. You know, me I talk about Kobe. Me I talk about, you know, Tracy McGrady. Them time there, them Shaq and, you know, certain people, them people there was the heroes of the day where basketball is concerned. But in terms of run hard, and me just through love, man, and through where everybody good, you
Yes.
know. And my set of youth, them, you have some you Remus, Exterminator, Extermination, Ashes, and he in a couple of ways, you know, as brethren, you know, I just, you don't know it go, man. When you go through a school, man, from first form to fifth form, by the time you reach fifth form, you're supposed to establish, you're supposed to have things under control, you know. Both education and in terms of making sure that your school is taken care of, you know.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go for a quick time signal. Don't go anywhere.
The time on IRIFM is
It is now 12:46 and we are on the road to success. We're journeying with Jesse Royal. Now, you also attended Jesse's school overseas. What was that experience like, and was it challenging to adjust to a different country and culture?
It was incredibly challenging. No, what happened is my mother used to work with the United Nations. See? And my mother got me a scholarship. Yeah, after high school, as I say, you know, I'm not gonna say me did I lose my way, but you don't know everybody kind of start feel themselves like and start feel like, yeah man. And I was no different, you know. And my mother said, all right, yo, you need to kind of forward back on the course, yeah. Funnily enough, you know, and I go one place in Canada called St. Catherine, where if you know Canada, this is not the glamorous Toronto side, this countryside, boondocks out there. So I'm in there for like a year and a little bit. I was supposed to be there for 2 years, you know, but as Jah would work, feel magic after a year, there, and I'll talk about the experience. It was lovely. It was good to incorporate with other people from different spaces and different backgrounds that help me to understand people a bit more. Cause me always tell people say one thing everybody deserve, whether them rich or poor, is experience. You know, because that kind of, you know, we live on this big great world, and it would be sad to say that the only thing you know is the four corners of the house. You know, are the top of your lane. You know what I mean? Are you know your parish. Are you know, so that is also something that I am advocating for, and I always feel like even like the government needs to like educate our citizens a bit more about our broader community. You know, there's whole heap of islands and whole heap of countries that we can visit without a visa per se, you know, and I think that should be promoted, right? A good friend of mine, Mia Matley, we run Barbados. She shared the idea with me one time about just developing I don't want to say cheap, but inexpensive carrier that responsible for Caribbean people and Caribbean travel. And that in itself is going to help with the exporting and importing of culture and ideas and relationships and all of that. But yeah, fast forward as I said to when I did supposed to do the school for like 2 years, and after a year and much in between that time I kept going to Miami, and because me and Daniel and Kurt and Joe Mercer, bless him soul, Hugo. and a couple others that we did a make with music, you know. Skipper also, Skipper was a little younger, but you know, everybody make them music or their idea of music. And when you look back now, this was just us expressing because nobody ever even knows that somebody can pay you to go up on a stage go sing something where you right, you know. So that idea was never a part of the creative process for me, which I appreciate to this day, you know. But yeah, with the Miami, and I remember Uncle Stephen Marley, Raga, him literally gave me probably one of the biggest life changing conversations that I've ever had, you know, and that is literally what made me say, oh, you know, so me now go back to Canada though. Mommy, I got to vex,
Oh,
you know.
wow.
Whoever want vex, I got half a vex, but you know, him give me a level of courage that I never had, a level of insight that I just could not have had at that point in time in my life. And that was enough gas what me did need to light this fire where you see still a burn today, which is why I am forever grateful to Stephen Marley, Damian, Ziggy, Fatis Burrell, China Smith, you know, Sly and Robbie. These are some key people in my life what I couldn't have prayed for or asked for. You know, God send them people here in my life to impact me in a way and mold me in a way to become the man who I am today, which is why me only hope and pray so me can impact some other people's life in a certain way to make them become great, you know. Because I
Wow.
definitely had a lot of people in my life that helped me to understand myself, understand life, understand earth. I may talk about from Marcus Garvey and Emperor Haile Selassie and Thomas Sankara and Bob and Peter. Yes, all of these great people, but may I also talk about tangible people, people that I could talk to, people that I could reason, people that me can um, learn from, whether conscious or unconsciously. You know, whether them even know say me I soak up. It's whole heap of lesson me soak up in a my time. And as me I say, I'm definitely a product of a lot of greater individuals that I had the opportunity of rubbing shoulders and getting lessons from, you know.
And like you rightfully identified that you were blessed to be in the company of these persons who are at the top of their game, musically and otherwise, who are able to pour positively in you, that has helped to shape the entertainer that you are today. At what point along the journey, Jesse, did you come? I know you said Stephen really was the person who turned on that light switch, light bulb, for want of a better term. But when did you truly could use your passion to earn, turn your passion into a paycheck?
As I say, that conversation really sparked a lot for me. But I'll also, if me I gotta be honest with you, I think one of the first time they me ever get paid, like for a show, is Fatis. Fatis did carry me go Brazil, right? Didn't carry me go Brazil,
What?
go open a show for Sizzler. Zin, and I remember at that point in time, I was because we just create music for creating sake, right? We just create, and if you know, Fatis is a student in the music, so you have to sing whole heap of song, you have to listen whole heap of music, you have to study whole heap of artists from back in the day, because it's not just you when come and think say you is the end in music. You're not, right? You have to be a student of this beautiful thing that has saved so many lives, changed so many lives, and made so many people greater than they ever thought they could be, right? So that was me. I look at music, and I still look at music that way to this day. But remember, after the show, I mean, they put some, I don't even, it's not a bag of money, probably like 3,000 US. I remember I said to myself, wow, because remember saying, you're
Yeah.
still just singing. And like I said, I don't like say me doing something different than what me doing in my living room, right? Or my bedroom. Me do the same exact thing what me used to do. And now I'm getting paid for it, right? So that definitely was a little thing for me. But I've never really tried to like put too much money on the music. I put money on the value of the product, right? I put money on the value of the product, but me not really put money on music. See, you know, I always encourage people say, brother, do what you love and do it from your heart. See, value your product, you know. See, but me I tell you, say, don't when you play football, think about how much money you can make a play football. Right? If you can create a piece of art, just create it. You know, if you're writing a song, write it. If you're singing the song, sing it. You know, be present. You know what is to come will come, and I've learned that in life, like what is to come will come, and there's even greater things to come. Because you can't, like my brother Kumar, him saying on one song, music is a bias, you know. So once you do it right, you know, at some point in a time, you're gonna get the light. See, not go for all the artists them out there. I know sometimes, even like myself, there was definitely times when me I wonder, you know, oh, me I go get the world fear this sound and oh this and how that, and you realize that you don't really have a question, nothing. You just have to answer Jack. You know? Yeah, so it's like when you answer Jack call, everything, you know, it's like you hear the old saying, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all things will be added after. So me come live and see say enough of them little thing are true. So that's why you see me just living our way where it's true to the word. You know, as true to the word as possible, because this thing are bigger than me or you or our perception or our idea of what things would be. Seeing is we're living in a world where we are just experiencing our existence. The book writing it is an experience as it go, you know.
Wow, Jesse. Now, when in 2012, when you released Modern Day Judas, did you expect that it would have gotten the attention that it did? And how was that created?
If I'm being honest, I don't. You know, do you ever know? Nobody knows, right? Everybody. Cause right now, a man sit down in the
Sometimes
studio
we just
right
have
now.
like a little
He must sing.
intuition.
Yeah, I listen. If I'm being honest, every man right now in the studio is a hit song himself having in his head, right? But they believe the studio. Everybody from Yasa go Malaysia, right? But so me never know, honestly. But what I did know is that there's an energy happening, there's a movement happening, and for me, the song itself is not just about me. Like it's not just about me. The factors will make it work. It's a time, it's a energy, it's a movement. A happen. Whole heap of brilliant artists. Not just me. You know what I'm saying? Whole heap of brilliant producers. Whole heap of conscious people what would have validate that, right? Because think about it, you know, if a man come down here and him sing one song in a Spanish, it is going to resonate with absolutely no one in Jamaica. Because for one, we're not a Spanish speaking place, and for two, you and we, you understand? So what I'm trying to say is the reason why it worked is because it was relatable with everything else that was going on, right? It's just Billie Jean work kite out, you understand? So for me, and also Winter is an incredible producer. Winter is one of the greatest producers Jamaica's ever seen, right? And I must give him respect too, because when me about 6 verse for that song there, when Winter sent me the beat, see me right about 6 verse, and a Winter now just say no, this one, that one, that one, you're good, right?
Okay, put it together. On that note, Jesse, we're gonna have to break my cash pot. You know how it go. Them bills they have to pay. So listen up, your top draw dollars pick
Yeah,
2,
man.
3, pick 4, hot pick, and cash pot lunchtime draws up next.
When me use Island Fresh with aloe vera, it make me skin feel so much smoother. So if you want to feel better and smell fresher, use Island Fresh with aloe vera.
Manufactured by Island Products, 9340666. The time is...
It is now 1 o'clock. We're standing by for your pick 2, pick 3, pick 4 hot pick and Cashpot lunchtime draws up next.
Good afternoon. It is Thursday, February 9, 2023. I am Carrie Ann, and welcome to this afternoon's live lunchtime game draw. Now, before we begin, here's a quick look at the mid-morning winning numbers. Now, please do remember that all live games are being supervised by the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Commission and observed by the independent auditing firm PwC. And now, let's put some money in a for your top draw. Now, this afternoon's top draw jackpot has climbed to $600,000. So here are your winning top draw numbers. Here we go. And for money upon top of money, the first top draw number coming your way this afternoon is 11. Right after 11, we have... Here it comes. What will it be? Let's see. It is the number 18. Now the third top draw number making its way up and down is a count to the number 19. Now what is next? It's lucky number 2. And our final top draw number for $600,000 is lucky number 22. And now let's pick your play with our dollars game. So I hope you're feeling lucky. Here goes. And this afternoon's winning lunchtime dollars numbers are coming your way. First up, we have 16. Next up is the number 34. Now what is next? We're going to cut it in half to the number 17. Following closely, we have 27. Right after 27 comes the number 24. Now, what is next? It's lucky number 12. And of course, we're halfway there. So here comes the number 1. Right after 1, we have a 7. And coming down slowly but surely, it is the number 5. Following 5 is 11. 15 is next. And of course, we wrap things up this afternoon in our lunchtime dollars game with a solid number 30. And now for some easy winnings with our Pick 2 game. So get those tickets out and let's play. Now the first Pick 2 number coming your way is the number 31. And the second Pick 2 number is 28. So again, the winning Pick 2 numbers are 31 and 28. Up next, you can play 3 ways the game. You can play straight, mix, and of course, you know it. Just back it up. Here we go. Now the first Pick 3 number coming your way this afternoon is 5. The second Pick 3 number is the number 6. And our third and final Pick 3 number, what is it going to be? It is number 2. So again, the winning Pick 3 numbers are 5, 6, and 2. It is now time to total up your winnings, so get ready for a Pick 4 game. And of course, you know it, the balls are bubbling up. First up, we have a 6. Now the second Pick 4 number is the number 3. Now the third Pick 4 number coming your way this afternoon is 0. And our final Pick 4 number, what will it be? It is a 3. So again, the winning Pick 4 numbers are 6, 3, 0, and 3. Now, it's easy for win, so let's spice things up with Hot Pick. And this afternoon's winning lunchtime Hot Pick number is lucky number 6. Congratulations to all our Hot Pick winners again. The winning number is 6. And of course, Cashpot players, you already know you can win $280 for every $10 winning Cashpot bet. Let's get ready to play our Cashpot game for Thursday, February 9, 2023. Now, of course, you live to play it, but guess what? Can you win it? Now, are you ready to be a big Cashpot winner? Here we go. And this afternoon's winning Cashpot number is lucky number 19. Congratulations to all our Cashpot winners. Again, the winning number is 19. And now, let's mega your winnings. So good luck. And what will it be this afternoon? Let's see what's coming up. Here it comes. Here it comes. It is coming your way. It is a mega ball that has been selected. And it is now time for the big one, the monster winning. So good luck. And of course, what will be selected this afternoon? It is a monster ball that has been selected. So remember to go mega and a monster 6 times per day for Cashpot for more chances to win big. Again, the winning Cashpot number is 19. The lucky mark is silver money. And for mega, a mega ball was selected for pick 3, pick 4 Cashpot, and of course hot pick. And for monster, a monster ball was selected for Cashpot. And now let's take a look at this afternoon's winning numbers. And a big congrats to everyone who won. So please do come back at 3 p.m. with Sydney for more games you love to play. I'm Carrie Ann. Have a supreme afternoon.
Hope you were a big winner. Play your favorite Supreme Ventures games every day and tune in for our live draw 6 times a day at 8:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8:25 p.m. on this station. Supreme Ventures, making winners every day.
That was the lunchtime top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, hot pick, and Cashpot draws. Congratulations to all of today's winners. Join us again at 3 p.m. for another chance to win in hot pick and Cashpot special pot draws. We're on the road to success. We're journeying with none other than Jesse Royal. And you know, so this is like one of my favorite Jesse Royal tracks. Stand firm. But before we went to the Cashpot, Jesse, you were talking to us about modern day Judas and saying, you know, that it wasn't, you didn't really know that it would have the impact that it did.
Yeah. As just being honest, you know, we make a lot of music right now. We make whole heap of music, and everything touch different people in a different way. Me I come back from Ethiopia and the way how them behave to rich forever is, you understand, it's something what me, I don't know if I true me dropped the song in the COVID time. But you know meaning that the way that conversation feel to them. You understand? So I me never know that, right? Me just I create my music from my place, and like me say, me still try to keep that little honest relationship there with music where I make the music what me want to hear certain way and certain thing what me feel like need to get said in a different way, right? Cause even as me say with Rich Fiver, I know we are talking about modern day Judas, but even with Rich Fiver is a specific song where me carefully craft to literally oppose a narrative that I was getting annoyed of. You know what I mean? Like Rasta no poor, right? Rasta no have nothing to do with poverty. Seeing Rasta, me I come from Ethiopia, as me I say, is one of the richest places on earth. And when me say rich, me not talk about money. Is morals, values, ideas, wisdom, knowledge, truth, history, right? And we can represent the king and things say we're going to represent the king by attaching our identity to suffering. No, right? Yeah, if we are sons and daughters of the king, that means all right, we're basically one of the highest we can get per earth. And we have to display that and day in, day out, make them know we're worth, right? And it's we determine that and really, right? And no man have to live up Beverly Hills for rich. See, when I talk about rich is not about like money, as me I say, because me know people who live uptown who are poor. I'm telling you. Poor in morals, but poor in ideology. Like, you understand? I mean, know people down in the garrison and certain other place who are rich people, man. Like, you know what I mean? And yes, at some point in time, me always say to myself, say, boy, I wish, you know, them could have see it monetarily too, you know? And then you try and you do this and do that. But you also remember, say, Jah have him plan, right? Jah have him plan. And me is nothing but a pawn, right? I am a piece to the puzzle, not the whole puzzle.
And it's interesting that you brought that point up, you know, as I bounce Rich Forever in the background. I mean, I know it's an unlikely collaboration for like a lot of persons. Like they're not anticipating a Jesse Royal and a Vibes Cartel, but you actually preempted my question because I wanted to know the larger thinking behind a Jesse Royal Vibes Cartel collaboration. So you did that. And a lot of persons are out
Yeah,
there with money, but they're still poor because they have a poor mindset.
yes, right. And as you know, me grew up um cartel, Gaza era, Gully era, busy. I do any of them, it's like, so my respect for them, man, they are they're on a different level. In terms of mentality, Cartel is one of the most intelligent individuals I know, right? And the conversation that Rich Forever is could have only been brought across in terms of the full spectrum by him. Meaning, say, me deal with my side and me deal with my people and who we are talk to. But then, for the average youth, see, I him know how to speak them language in a one way where them overstand. You see? And if you notice, I'll no mention money, right? Rich Fiver family with treasure in a system that breeds
Yes.
depression, who will ease the tension. Every man for themselves, cheese, intention, meaning greens, that evil invention, no matter how we teach them, need the tension. Wow, right? So,
Lyrics.
you understand? Nobody else could have said
Yeah.
that, right? So, as I say, it might sound or look unlikely, but I mean, when cartel are black people, man. Although them saying it have a time when they, but it still black, you know. So at the end of the day, as me I say, we are all people of the same, the whole of we have the same father. I don't like say I have two and three different father and different mother.
But you know what
So
I
me
always say
always
though?
say, you can tell me.
No, continue. Continue, Jesse. You always say.
No, me just no, me just I say I don't shun people. It's like you have to understand say we is one family, right? And you see, even if him over there so mess up, and my brother same way, right? And even if she over there so mess up, and my sister same way. And even if me mess up, more and them know say me and them brother and them sister. See, we praise highly Selassie, we teach the highest level of compassion and understanding and tolerance towards one of people. Like, it's like so. As me I say, yeah, anybody who can tell me some bad things about people, me can find some good things to say too. Right? Yeah, man, we can find some good things to say, right? So nobody know the past the like it's like you can imagine how Jack work hard, you know. Let's not make it harder.
Right. No, I totally understand your approach. And especially we live in a demanding world now, and it's very difficult to kind of, stay true to who you are without being caught up in the noise. And you have just explained to us like how you are able to do that by not by taking a non-judgmental approach and just move with love.
Kishima, you have to understand, you see, there will never be another you, right? There will never be another me. I am perfectly me, right? I am carefully crafted, uniquely designed. Me is a divine being, right? Me couldn't pick my birthday, Me couldn't pick my name. Me couldn't pick say me born in Jamaica. Cause you have people who are born in Afghanistan and you have people who are born with the next name and you have people who are born at different time. And out of all of these 7 billion people, here comes I and I. Right? So me value my life, right? And me value my existence and my experience here on earth. Me not just move like say me I wait for dead or me I move like say, yeah man, say in my next life me I go hold a joy. No man, a few things you can do for get me upset and who know me know them thing that. But right now me reach one stage in our life where gratitude. I mean, just being alive is a thing. You know what I mean? Enough people don't know, but some people know I was born on my mother's birthday. Right? So from the beginning of my existence, I have been a gift. See? So me no move like say this life, the finest things in life is for I and I. See? Just like how me feel comfortable at chuck off in a river in a like a Senton. Me suppose you can chuck off in a river Egypt. Right? Because this world, everything is me, you understand? You think say water in a Madagascar look on the water and say, no, you come from St. Lucia, you St. Lucian water. Me no want to see you. No, everybody knows say, yo, you know, so we are water and we is just the bloodstream for this other thing you call earth. So we are just play for our part. And this connect with that, we connect with that and connect, you know, and everything connected and find a way to connect. So me not really dep on the disconnect thing. Cause more time you disconnect and you all disconnect from Jah. So me I stay connected, me I stay connected to Jah, me I stay connected to creation, me I stay connected to my creator, me I stay connected to the idea of I am all things through the creator who strengthens and I.
And even though you speak about, you know, like being connected, you still have certain, like you have your value system. And, you know, like for instance, we see you, whether it's a Levi's commercial or you're doing business with Jacana, how are you able to, or how do you decide which brands to associate, you know, the Jesse Royal brand with? I mean, even though you also have that thought process of being connected to everything, but then I'm sure there are some things that you will plug out of.
Yeah. Where business is concerned, we definitely filter, right? We definitely filter. But all the people I'm gonna work with are really organic relationships. You know, it all begins from an organic relation, as may I say, where conversation lead to more. Where Jacana is concerned, Jacana is like my heart. Where Jamaica is concerned, right? As I say, I grew up and see whole heap of elders, I say whole heap of brothers, get whether lock up for herb or get them whole life were compromised because of their love for herb. So me, where Jacana is concerned, feel like me I do them a service, and it's our responsibility for all of the elders them will fight before we, right? In the name of her, but it done is like no, we as the Rastaman them, we need to make sure say we our presence is felt in the space, right? We can't just after we did one fight when it's illegal and criminalized, and then now when it decriminalized, everybody want take a step back. No, it's when we have to push harder and me have to send me respect to like Alexandra and enough other people at Jacana what kind of trust me in our way. And it's also people who genuinely care about cannabis, care about marijuana, care about the culture, care about redefining the space. So them people, me and them people, it's easy to work and don't work that. Seeing where Levi's and them thing there, as you can see. Special shout out to Carleen and other people in Jamaica who are doing big things with agencies in terms of connecting Jamaica to the broader market, right? Because Jamaica has always been valuable, you know, we just never did put value upon it because we live here and we're there and true, we can pick a mango off a tree. That's why I say that come black to experience. True, a man can pick a mango off a tree, you know. Him no know say you have some place in the world in the way of $5 that, you know. So him don't even really know the value because him born in a Zion. Him born in a Zion where everything there. You chuck off in a river. You know, man can't tell you no pick no fruit off on a tree. No man can't, you understand? We still live in a place where acres is a reality. So we live in a place that's so rich that it's hard for you to have a rich mentality if your eyes aren't open. Right? You have to go out of the kingdom to really realize, whoa, me need a kingdom, man. Because out there some mucky, man. You understand? So me always try to entertain that also. You see me I said? So when them leave and them thing, they may export brand Jamaica because yeah, me I do what me I do for Jesse Royal, yes, but in a bigger way. As we even always discuss, where even Digicel is concerned, coming up a shout out Digicel because they respect the idea of Rasta being a part of the reality of what Jamaica is. You can't just say Jamaica is made up of two set of people. People who go to church and people who don't go to church. No, that is not it. Jamaica have Rasta. Jamaica have people who embrace blackness. There's people who work even in a digital like Stepper and some other youth who are some militant youths who are redefine what the corporate space is. So for me, it is an honor to be in a positions where I am able to hopefully do a good enough job to excite them about working with other people from my community to express certain ideas within that corporate space. Because how we think naturally is not necessarily how they think. Because when you run a business, you have to kind of think one certain way. But it is good and it is important to inject certain energy into the space, and that is where youths like we, Faudine, and enough other great like Shelly and Bounty and Brianna and enough other different ideas of what Jamaicans are, but also inspirations to what we want to see as the greatest Jamaica that we could possibly help to create in our time. Zine, and me, like myself here, there's a whole heap of Rasta youth that is not necessarily angry with the world. We understand the world. We are trying to change the world by being the change that we want to see. We are embracing the idea of the unique culture that we have here in Jamaica. We are trying display the beauty of Rasta Zine and not make people feel like say, oh, we need to run from this. You need to, if you know a good feel, you run towards Rastafari. See, because Rasta is the only thing on earth where will look like you and I show you yourself and I show you say, yo, you're not doomed for suffer and you're not doomed for die. You're born to live in a richness. You're the son, you're the offspring of kings and queens. You have a rich history that goes far beyond slavery, right? A Rasta alone, I show the youth them say, yo, you know, say together we can. Divided it might rocky, you know, but you say together we can. So me now have to make sure so we are help to display that. As me I said, me is the product of some Rasta in my life. Whenever really I deal with like say, yo, we're poorer than nobody, or yo, we are suffering. No, me experience some people who have shaped the world. Seeing some people who have changed the way how things work. How them used to look, them change all that. What them think Rasta can live, them change that. What the voice, what them think Rasta have, them change that. Seeing so me can't just come here so come sing some song and think say, yeah man, me is the greatest thing. You have some people never sing a note in their life. And the impact what them have on earth, you know. So however Jah give me space and time to work, now I gotta do it diligently. And we are gonna work and work with people, right? Not work against. We are gonna try work with people to try broaden the reach, because Jamaica is a beautiful place, but everybody have to take it up as for them own, you know. And and a man can't just say, yo, yeah man, I go sing and me I go rich and me I go all right. No, because then what to your uncle and your auntie and your brother and your sister and your daughter and your son and your, you know, so the whole of we have to care about Jamaica. So this is me trying to impact Jamaica in a way, as me I say. When we do them commercial days to show the youth, them say, oh yeah, we can do some different things too. When we work with Jacana, it's because I really believe in the transformational power of marijuana. When the youth them I get the right herb, them will think calm, you know, and them will see the world in a different way. When I work with Digicel is because we have to make sure that we are also represented in the conversation and stop going like say Rasta they round at one corner, round in the back of one place, or at the back of the class. No, if we have all the great ideas, let's step to the front of the class now, please. Right? If we have if we have the ideas, if we have the if we're gonna do the farming, like we step up now, man.
I'm happy that you said that too, Jesse, because you know, sometimes people may think that you know, Rastafari, you should not want to be a part or get involved in the ways of the world. So, you know, you are giving us some insight as it relates to like an innovative way to think about it, especially if you are to bring about any form of change.
Emperor Haile Selassie is not Mars' rightful ruler, is Earth rightful ruler. Right? So nobody that will trick me to believe say no man you have one next place where belong for you. No, right here, right now. This is our time. This is our world. We're gonna shape it. And if one day we can talk to all certain people higher up in a certain position, we can even help to change the dynamic of Jamaica. May I go up there have the conversation, then you think say me now go into the room and try to talk to Mr. Wholeness. I don't fight more fight. I don't fight where I fight. You know, it's like
Solution.
the reality is yeah, solutions means a solution oriented individual. And me just a forward from Ethiopia as me I say. And now Ethiopia is going through a different type of struggle. You know, normally the war is tribal. Now the war look religious and is whole heap of years now, you know, when I say a religious war. Right? So that is something what me have my eye on because that is important, right, for the broader world. Cause you see everything else what go on, you know, just things, you know. Sometimes you have a job, you think say your job is the world. Right? You think but make the earth shake now. You know, bless all the people in my turkey and thing. See make the earth shake and see what is important. Right? So we have to watch what is also going on in the world and not get too ungrateful, you know, in Jamaica. I remember for prayer, you know, because Ethiopia, as I say, Ethiopia, them pray for the world, you know. So if over this in a turmoil, I don't want to see what going to happen with the rest of the world, right? So we just have pray say everything smooth out over this in a due time because we can't take that if Ethiopia weak, the world weak, you know.
I like some of your ideas, and especially where you said, you know, to give people an experience to travel and explore. Absolutely like that. So I want you to give me your idea in a different aspect. We are in the middle of, well, not the middle, but we're in the midst of Reggae Month. Celebrations are happening. You're someone who has traveled extensively. You've been to major festivals across the world. How would you want to see Jamaica celebrate Reggae Month?
I want to see Jamaica celebrate Reggae Month by celebrating it all year. You know, if we even overstood the impact that reggae and dancehall and thing have around the world, we would not try run from it. You know what I mean? We'd not try run to it. It's like, you know, if you look anywhere in the world, the Qatar, all of these other places, them rich because they took the time, researched, understood their resource, and then figured out a way of share to the world in a way that brought back monetary. But you know that brought back money to them, you know, whatever way. You know, so my thing is this is something unique and you have to understand, you know, whole heap of places around the world can duplicate and do certain things. But it's if you create a thing, you know, if you create a thing, boy, if you didn't know how powerful that is, it's like, imagine, all right, you know, it sounds so simple, right? But imagine the man will say, yo, you know, so I go build one board sitting and tie this on the horse and pull it. Yeah, man, now build one board thing, brother. Trust me, we can build a thing, right? And 500, 3,000 years, 4,000 years later, we still is using this mania idea to get from point A to point B. The first man will say, yo, me I go tie one carriage for one horse. Look, all right, go and go looking at your car now. Your engine still work off a horsepower. It's still a calculate by how much horses is pulling this wagon. Right? So, may I show you say, me now go ever like not understand the power of the root. You know, the root is where the truth are always there. Seeing it always in the trace, it can go right back. So at that stage, the me kind of there right now.
You're featured on Kabaka Pyramid's Grammy-winning album, The Calling.
Yes, big up my brother.
Knowing that your brother copped the award, you know, musical brother. What's
It's
that
a,
vibe like?
it's a great feeling, man. A musical brother and brother in a real life, too, man. What you talk about? It's a great feeling. It's a couple brothers. Protege was also nominated, and Sean Paul, I'm a brother too, you know,
Shaggy.
and Shaggy is nominated, I'm a brother, you know, and Calf did it too. you know. But what may I say is like it is such a great feeling to like witness them thing. I know it's like when they say like how LeBron James broke the basketball record. Brother, we are existing, we are witness them thing in our time, you know, the book of history is being written in our time, you know. So it's like it's great to be alive to witness it. It's great to be a part of the project, yes. But it is even greater, as I said, to witness the joy from my brother, and is a great feeling. And give thanks to everybody that put them time, effort, and energy into the body of work, you know, because it's a team effort, you know. And yeah, even the song where we dip on the tune, and one night we pull up
The
around the
title
lines
track.
then, and the whole of we record one night, you know. Raga go in and they don't know from Stephen Marley singing, and they need no more inspiration than that in their life, you know. The only thing can inspire you more than that are probably like the Psalms, the man Revelation, I want to think, but let them understand singing all is well in the world, you know. So yeah, as I said, it's a joy, and as I said, those memories of creating that the joyful and thing, and yeah, I'm just happy. I'm happy for Barker, man, you know, well deserved, you know.
No, absolutely. No, you speak with such passion when you talk about Jamaica and what you'd want to see and the connection and people and loving all people and that kind of vibe. But in January, the Akampong Maroon Festival was held to celebrate the Maroon New Year, and during the celebration, it was revealed that local cultural events does not get the support from the entertainment fraternity, and the types of cultural events you'd want to see more cultural entertainers come out and support these events. Why do you think this is the lack of support?
Organization, I think, which is normally the issue. You know, organization is normally the issue. Remember, everybody know, you know, like I can speak for myself. My schedule till about September is already laid out. Right? It's not
Oh
like say
wow.
you wake up today and then next week a man call you and say, yo, you know, say me have a show, you can't come sing. No, I don't say it work. Right? So I think the issue to beat that would just be organization in in terms of just getting to the car. People, one thing we know, say everybody willing to work with the thing. Everybody willing to work with the thing. I just as me I say, um, make them know in the right time. And when we say organization, that come in a different form, right? Because organizing might also mean sending 10 coaster buses to Kingston too. You understand? Organization might also be making somebody know 3 months in advance. You know, so organization have a whole heap of different arm and leg. But everything we go on, even the festival up there, so brilliant. Love everything what them I do up there. My father is still very, very, very involved. You know, so and we'll lend we support how we can. Um but for that and other events, as I say, I just think I guess a little bit more organization is how I guess them could have get to more artists or people who them would have want support from. And it's a thing what me learn in a life too, you know, where it's like sometimes you just have to reach out. Like right now I'm doing some work, well I've been doing some work alongside like Shaka Bars down at Haile Selassie High School down at Painland, you know, and we were doing it by ourselves. Whole heap of money and thing come out of pocket and thing because we just feel like say we supposed to be responsible for Haile Selassie as Rasta youth. And reach out to Digicel and Digicel come give me some support. What enough other people never give me. So as me I say, but we have to be organized, we have to know what we're doing. This is how we want to spend the money, this is how we want to blah blah blah. And sometimes we just have to get organized and we have to get formal to and everything I go work informal and everything I go work by a phone call 24 hours before and everything I go work off a young want a strength. Sometimes I got to get some money together. You understand and respect time and people. It's like, you know, you have to respect a musician time. You can't think a musician I go get up and rehearse 2 weeks and then just go down there go sing for free. You know, you have a family to feed, you know, you can't deal with the drummer, so you can't deal with the bass player, so and always about the artist, you know.
Speaking about family, what do you enjoy most about fatherhood?
Why?
About
Yeah,
being a dad. Okay, okay, I take it. About being a dad.
yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. It's an amazing thing because here what being a father make you get to remember some part of you where you never really tap into in a minute, you know? Because you see through the world's are tough as a man, you have to do rough right through. But when you have children, you know, you get to be soft and carry you back to one place, you know. You remember learning things, you know, you remember before you did know things, and that is one of the most exciting or interesting parts for me. As well as me have two daughters, you know, two beautiful daughters. So you don't know me have to learn patience because two boss lady them, you know, where they demand what they want now, you know. So me not try curb it because it's not necessarily a bad thing, right? But me just try be patient with them and work with them and learn them, you know. You have a book named The Prophet or Khalil Gibran, right? And him said something very interesting that has always stuck with me. Him said children don't belong to us, them just come through us. Children is really the world longing for itself. You know, it's like really and truly the fruit tree don't really make fruit for me or you, and it's a whole different thing I go on in about. It just make that it just have it fulfill. So same way children come through us, but them don't really belong to us. So for me, with my style of parenting and also Candy and thing is where we are trying to learn her, nurture that, you know what I mean? Yes, keep her in line, keep her discipline, but we not try like put one shadow or a big thing over her too early or put a roof on her house too early, you know? Because we don't know how much floor did it or how much floor potentially did it, you know? So just make sure so the foundation, right? Once the foundation solid, she can go where she want to go and be who she needs to be. But them, as me I said, we don't, remember, we don't really teach them how to be children, you know. They teach us how to be parents. You know, that is the beauty of this thing. You know, you don't teach children how to be children. Children teach you how to be parents. Once you're willing to be patient enough and as me I say, learn and accept that. All when you vex at the piece of you that way you know like, right? Or
No,
the
for
piece of you
real.
that you wouldn't want to deal with, but you force everybody else to deal with in our life, you know. So it's a beautiful thing, and is I encourage all of the youth them out there, you know, be present in your children's lives. We know, you know what I mean, be as present as you possibly can because there's they remember, you know, and is a thing, and it makes a difference, you know. If I can put it up, sum it up in a few words, being present in your children's life makes a difference, you know. So yeah, you them a chance, man.
Wow. Jesse Royal, thank you so much. I don't know where the time skipped to, you know. Can you believe it? We are absolutely out of time, but thank you so much for stopping by, sharing your journey, and letting us in.
Thank you so much for having me, and keep up the good work. You know, I think as me say, programs like this is good. Is good when you humanize people, what people admire and adore. You know, to make them know, say, hey, you're great and you can do anything you want to do. You know, because you know, for the time we are travel the same road, we just not know. Much love,
Thank you so much, Jesse. Truly appreciate it.
Rastafari, Rastafari.
Big thank you to Jesse Royal. The messages are coming in. This one says, Blessings Kishima, excellent interview with Jesse Royal. Humble and modest and positive youth. It's Jasnet in Hampstead, St. Anne. Stick and stay. See you on the flip side of this break. We'll have more comments.
Get a Choosy to Classic from Wendy's. Wendy's